Hi everyone, and welcome back to Berry Patch Lifestyle. My name is Tracy, and it is my dream to inspire people to stay active for their entire lives for flexibility, strength, mobility, and longevity. So if you're here with me today, hopefully that means you made it through our beginner video number 1 and our fundamentals videos as well. We're going to do a lot of the same things that we did in video number 1, but I have some additions for you so that you don't get bored. Okay, so we're gonna just start same way we always do. Shoulders pressed back and down. Find your footing, same as we did before. The space behind the big toe, behind the baby toe, and at the heel. Really start to feel the ground or your mat, whatever you might be standing on. Maybe you're doing this outside, I don't know. Feel your legs nice and strong and stable. We're doing mountain pose. Strong as a mountain. We're just gonna arrive here, try to stay with me, let go of whatever you had to do before you got here, and whatever is waiting for you when you leave. Take this time just for yourself. We're gonna start to notice our breath coming into the body. If you like, you can put your hands on your belly, on your chest, do both if you like. Feel the air moving down. See if we can deepen it and feel the rise and fall of our belly. You can have your eyes open, closed if it's the second, third, fourth time you're doing the video, or just have a soft gaze on the floor. With each breath, hopefully you can feel your shoulders relaxing a little bit more. You can even inhale them up and then exhale them down. Inhale them up. Exhale them down. And then one more time, inhale up and exhale down. We'll start by grounding into our left foot. Shift the weight over to that side, and you can either pick your foot up or have it on the mat. I'm going to choose to pick mine up today, and we're going to do some ankle rolls, all in one direction. If you've been with me before, you know that I have trouble counting and talking at the same time. If anybody can do that, please give me tips and pointers. We're going the other direction. Keep your foot on the ground if that's where you're comfortable. And now we'll do a point and flex. Sounds familiar, we've done it before. Replace that foot on the ground. Now we'll shift our weight over to our right side. Feel nice and strong there. And now we'll do some ankle rolls with the left foot. Remembering to breathe. Breathe deeply. Probably don't have to remember to breathe, just remembering to breathe deeply. Let's go the other way. And now we'll do a point and flex. Let's have both feet on the mat now. We're going to roll into our knees a little bit, get those joints moving. Pace that you like, that feels comfortable for you. Find a little smile here, inside or outside. Let's go the other way. Now we'll move it up to the hips. Just remember, anything I ask you to do today is optional. I'm only your guide, and it's up to you whether or not you want to do it. Remember, you can always pause the video, rewind. Rewind, do we still say rewind? Back it up, I guess. Let's go the other way. This time, let's bring our bodies all the way forward. And we'll come to the left, to the back, and to the right, and forward. And then let's just move it all the way around. Come back to the front. We're gonna go to the right, to the back, to the left, And we'll just move that all the way around. Hopefully you can feel things starting to warm up. Stand up nice and tall. Let's roll those shoulders back. Really feel into those stretches. And let's go forward. And we'll bring our arms up and we'll do some small circles to the back. Now small circles to the front. Let's get really big with it now. And all the way back. Have your hands back at your sides or on your hips, and we'll bring our chin to our chest. Now left ear to left shoulder. Let's turn our gaze to look down at the floor, change the stretch just a little bit. Head comes up and then right ear to right shoulder. And change your gaze to look down at the floor. We're going to take a small knee bend and we're going to inhale our arms up, remembering each time we move up, we're normally inhaling, and as we exhale is when we are moving down. So arms are up and overhead. We're going to drop the left hand, turn our body to the left wall, and we're going to go slowly all the way around the world. Inhale up. Exhale, and then inhale your left arm up. Exhale your right arm down. Turn to the right wall. All the way around the world. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale your right arm up. And then really spread your fingers out and stretch back into those shoulders nice and slow. Let's give a little wiggle shake. Now we're going to take our hands, kind of make an L shape with our arms, like maybe we're, I don't know, holding on to some gear shifts or something, I don't know. Anyway, so now we're going to have our hands out in front of us, and you're going to bring your right shoulder up and down, left shoulder up and down, right, down, left, down. Now at your own pace, speed it up, maybe just a little bit. Try to keep your hips still. Move laterally through your spine. And then if your hips can't help it, you can move those a little bit too. And bring that down, give another little swish, shake it out. Make some noises if you want, some sound effects. I always do. All right, so we're gonna start again at the top of our mat. You may already be there, but I'm gonna move there now. And we're gonna go to a forward fold. So small knee bend. As we move up, we inhale all the way up and overhead. And then we're gonna fold forward, exhaling, hands to where they're comfortable, thighs, shins, the ground. Make sure you're nice and stable. Keep your head here, or if you choose, you can drop your head. A few breaths here. If If you like, you can clasp opposite elbow. That'll fold you forward probably just a little bit more. And then if you're comfortable, you can start to sway a little bit. Drop your hands. Bending your knees if you want to reach the ground. So if you really want to flatten your hands, just give us a little bend through your knees and work at straightening them. And now we're going to bend the knees a little bit and inhale all the way up. Exhale the arms down. Okay, we're going to do that again, another forward fold, but this time we're going to move to plank and then to downward dog. So deep knee bend, arms up and overhead, inhale. Exhale down. Here we're going to do a halfway lift and then hands back to the mat. We'll step back left, step back right. We're in plank position, nice and sturdy and strong. And then we're going to push back to downward dog. Pedal the feet. Remembering that your head should be between your hands. Your sits bones are pointed up to the sky. Breathing. These are places where sometimes we forget to breathe, hold our breath when it gets a little bit tougher. Now press both heels as close to the mat as they'll go, and then bring them all the way up and press them down again. Hold. We're going to move through some warrior postures today. So for right now, you can look up between your hands and you can walk your feet up to your hands if you like. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. And here's where we're going to start some warrior postures. So inhale up. Exhale down. Same as before, we're going to do a half lift. Hands to the mat, bend the knees if you like, step back left, step back right, you're in plank. Slowly move to down dog. Now you're going to look up between your hands and you can step your left foot as close to being in between your hands as possible. So you might have to do some scooching, that's okay. Then you're going to plant your right foot, sweep your arms along your mat, and come on all the way up for Warrior One. Okay, so in Warrior One, in the fundamentals, you're going to want to make sure that you can see your toes. You don't want your knee tracking out over your toes. Your back foot can be either facing the short edge of your mat or give it a little bit of a 45-degree angle. So when I first learned how to do this posture, it was that your foot had to be on the 45-degree, but the ashram where I studied said, you know what, you need to do what's comfortable for your body. So if you want yours to be flush with the short edge of the mat, that's what you're gonna do. Okay, so arms all the way up, pointing up to the sky, straighten them as much as you can, but a small micro bend in your elbows. And we're gonna face that left wall. Breathe. And now we're gonna take our hands and we're gonna come all the way back down. And we're gonna send those left toes back. We're gonna push back to down dog. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the right side. So we're gonna step our right foot forward. Left foot comes down, nice and stable. Hands sweep along the mat. And then we point our hands up into the sky, small micro bend, as straight as we can. We want our hips facing the wall. Try not to turn them too much. Really might have to work at this. Hands all the way up and overhead. And now we breathe. One more time. hands down to the mat. That foot in the back can turn so it's a little bit easier for you to come down. We're going to step our right foot back in plank now, down dog. Now if you remember the chaturanga, we're going to drop our knees, we're going to drop our chest, drop the chin, and then push to upward dog. Chest comes down, curl your toes, push up to plank, and then to downward dog. And we're going to do another warrior posture, warrior 2 this time. Looking up between the hands, you can step your left foot forward, give your stable base with the right foot. We're going to move through warrior 1 first. So warrior 1, just like we did. And now we're going to open our arms out. So the right arm points backwards, the left arm points forwards. You can have your hand facing down or up, and you're looking out over that left hand. Let's breathe. To come out, we're going to move through warrior 1. So we're going to sweep this arm all the way up. Both arms are now in the sky. Bring them down to either side of your left foot, and we're going to step that left foot back. We're in plank. Move to downward dog. Your head is between your hands. Now look up between your hands and step that right foot forward. Plant your left foot for stability. We're going to sweep the arms up and overhead, back through warrior 1. This is on the other side now. And if you get mixed up and you end up doing the same side twice, just switch it. Happens to everybody. We're going to open up to warrior 2 now. And whichever way feels better for you. Breathe. Let's move this back through warrior 1. So this arm's going to sweep up. This one will join it. Those toes turn. And our hands come down on either side of our right foot. We're going to step that right foot back. And we're going to do the chaturanga again. So knees come down. Feet go flat. Our chest comes down and our chin comes down. And then we push up to upward dog. Breathe. Come on back down. Curl the toes under. We're going to push all the way back up to downward dog. I know this is a lot of movement today, but we're trying to work at a pace that we learn how to hold our body through all of these postures. So this is our last one. We're going to look up between the hands. Step the left foot forward. The back foot comes down, which is your right, and then we're going to do the sweeping of the carpet. We're in warrior 1. We'll go through warrior 2, and now we're going to lean all the way forward. Reach, reach, reach with that left hand until you can't reach any farther, and then this right hand is going to come tilting down. Left hand goes up. This hand can land on the thigh if you like, or have it straight down, but if you need that stability, put it right there. Looking up to the sky. If that's not comfortable, you can always have your gaze forward. Breathe here. And we're going to come out of this the way we came in. So through warrior 2, through warrior 1. Hands on either side of the left foot. Step the left foot back. We're in plank, and then we're in downward dog. breathe for a moment. Look up between your hands and step that right foot forward. Left foot comes down. Sweeping the carpet. Really your mat. Stretch forward to warrior one. Open to warrior two. And now reach as far as you can forward and tilt back. Breathe. A little shaking action going on, that's good, my body's working. Come back through warrior two. Hands come up, heel comes up. And then frame your right foot. Step that back. And then we'll push to downward dog. Knees come down. Feet go flat. Chest comes down. And chin goes up. Look up to the sky. I promise I won't sing. Come on all the way back down. Curl your toes under. Push up through plank. Sit bones to the sky. And we're in down dog. Now you can walk your hands up to your, you can walk your feet up to your hands. Inevitably, I do that once every video. Walk your feet up to your hands, or you can just take one giant step with the left and one giant step with the right. We're gonna deep knee bend and inhale. Arms up and overhead. Exhale as they come down. So that was a lot. Little bit of a progression. Hopefully you were able to keep up. I'm doing a little sway here just to loosen everything up again. Hopefully you were able to keep up, and if not, try again. Just take some practice, that's all. Okay, so you're swaying with me. Have that energy moving through our bodies. Let's see if we can feel it a little bit. Do we feel a little different than when we started? Maybe do a little body scan. Start at the head, through your face, throat, your chest. I feel very open today. Comes down through your belly, energy in your legs. Let's have a couple of breaths here. And I'm just going to heel toe my right foot out, and I'll heel toe my left foot out. And we're going to move our feet a little farther than hip width apart. And I'm going to inhale my arms up and overhead. And then we're going to come down, arms in between the legs. And if you need to sit straight down, go right ahead. If not, stay here with me. Find your footing. Don't push with your arms. And we'll just breathe here for a moment. If you find that you needed to have a seat, do that. And you can continue to breathe with us as well. Another posture that we did in the first video, we'll put our feet together for butterfly, clasp onto them. Maybe you've been working at this a little bit and your legs are opening just a little bit more. Hips are feeling a little bit more comfortable. Spine is straight. Remember our apple that we have tucked here. We don't want it to drop, so tuck your chin. Now we're just going to swing our legs over. We'll have our feet come long. And we're going to lay all the way down. But what I would like you to try to do, and if it doesn't work for you, that's okay, is use your core and bring your back down just a little bit at a time. So you can use your hands if you like for support, but just really come down nice and slow. See if you can let each of your vertebrae meet one at a time instead of all at once. And your head comes down last. We'll bring our feet back flat on the mat and bend our knees. Now I just press into your feet for a moment and shift your hips just slightly, a couple of inches to the right. Bring your arms out to a T and let those legs fall to the left. And you can look over your right shoulder. We'll just breathe here for a moment. Just doing some back love. One more nice deep breath. Put those legs up. Same as we shifted last time, we'll press into our feet and shift over to the left. Now the legs will just fall over to the right and you'll look left and we'll breathe here. Those knees. Now send your feet up to the sky so that the bottom of your feet is up towards the ceiling. We're going to take our hands, we're going to grab our feet for happy baby, and you can see why this is called happy baby. Sure, you've all seen a little one do this at some point or another once they discover their feet. Well, we are as grown-ups discovering our feet, and you can rock back and forth if you like. You might want to stretch or extend your right foot and then your left. Play with it a little bit, have some fun. You can do both if you want. And bring them feet together. All just suggestions. Continuing to rock. And if you send your legs downwards a little bit, you can kind of get the bottom of your tailbone as well. A little massage. Okay, let's bring our knees together and we're going to rock up to a seated position. So you can start your knees moving. Bring them in towards your chest. And then you can use the momentum of that to start rocking forward. And come all the way up to a seated position when you're ready. Find your cross-legged position that works best for you. We're going to bring our arms up and overhead. And again, we're going to let our left hand fall, just kind of like we did in the beginning. We'll turn towards that left wall, and we're going to scoop it all the way along the floor. So we come back up, inhale, drop that right arm, twist, and scoop all the way along the floor. Arms up and overhead, hands down to heart center, and bow if you choose. Thank you so much for watching today. Do this one a couple of times and then move on to the next one once you're comfortable. Till next time, everybody.